There you are, ghoulies, and here we are once again on Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater. I'm joined by Pearl,
Hi.
who now has a minifigure, by the way. There's a mini Pearl that you can get. We don't know about mini Igor, but
I think we need a mini Igor because then we'll have
you
the
don't
full set.
you don't want to leave these in the medicine cabinet, though. You might swallow them in the middle of the night.
So cute.
There she is. How about that?
Collect them all.
Who would have thought?
Thank you, Phoenix Toys.
Phoenix Comics and Toys. Yes. I imagine there'll be some represented at the Dorian Gray Art Show, which is coming up, by the way. That's April 27th at the Vault in downtown Kenosha. Dorian Gray Art Show, of course, based on the painting by Albright from the picture of Dorian Gray. Good stuff there. Yes. And it's going to be a good time. Just like tonight's movie, we've got a real classic for you tonight. Murders in the Rue Morgue, starring Bela Lugosi, which was sort of his after Dracula movie and after not playing Frankenstein until he would later. Murders in the Rue Morgue was that just blew up the censors. I think that probably was a pre-code movie that created the code.
I think so, yes. It was the kind of the blueprint for many Beast movies, mirroring, the greats like King Kong and Beauty and the Beast, that great struggle between...
Yeah, that sort of thing, and a good balance of, I believe, gorilla suit and actual gorilla.
Yeah, close-ups of the gorilla.
But Bela Lugosi, he really delivers some very convincing dialogue to a gorilla. So, leave it to Bela Lugosi. One of the odder and stranger out of the Universal films, and definitely one of the original series. This movie is definitely a real art piece, and that's as we're presenting it as that. Maybe some of you've never even seen this, but Bela Lugosi is really pretty, he's pretty off his rocker again in this one, which an unhinged Lugosi is untoppable for these kind of films.
He always finds the emotion somehow in there.
And the censors, of course, the censors were very unhappy, and what can we say? But they didn't realize that the gorilla scenes and all shocked them so much that King Kong was right around the corner.
I suppose know what they were in for.
Yeah, King Kong has a little bit of a different tone than tonight's movie because, Bella's into some pretty strange stuff here, as he always would be. And gorillas, as you know, they appeared as monsters in several movies. There's even a gorilla in the Tales of Frankenstein that Donald Glut did. You got to see that DVD. I would just... Ghoulies, you want to check out something cool? Check out Donald Glut's Tales of Frankenstein. There's 2 movies with that title. Make sure you've got the modern one because that's the one we're talking about. Oh, the other one's good too. Yeah. Yes. If you're looking for some gorilla action, and we do have further gorilla action planned for down the line, but for right now we're just going to stick with this one because, the other gorilla movies that we have coming your way are a little more schlocky. And this actually, Murders in the Rue Morgue, being a much more classic class act. That's right. Yes. So we really want you to enjoy it. Bela Lugosi, I talked about Bela Lugosi probably too much to some of the fans, but just a great actor. Ran away at 16 from his father in Hungary to become an actor, and that's what he did. It was determined to play Dracula. That's what he did. And the legacy continues. But he's in a completely different role. So without much further ado, let's get right into it now. That's right, Bela Lugosi, Edgar Allan Poe's Murders in the Rue Morgue on Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater.
Oh, don't thank Paul. It was for you I came.
Then I must drink a toast to Camille.
Oh, no, Paul, you've had 4 glasses already.
That's nothing. For last year's carnival night, I had 14.
Paul, look at the Arab dancers.
This way, this way. See the naughty nut snips. The adorable Arab angel.
Oh, and come, we will continue our studies of anatomy.
Yeah, much nicer than visiting a morgue. Oh, yes. But you have to pay extra for that. Mignette, do you think you could learn to do that dance for me?
No.
No? Well, then, I guess I'll have to join the show.
See, Pierre, how brown they are. Isn't their real color, do you suppose, or have they painted themselves?
Shall I find out for you?
Don't you dare.
Introducing Colonel from America. Ho, ho, ho! Bloodthirsty savages from the wilds of America. Ha, ha, ha! See the Redskins scalp their victims. First time in Paris. They're Apaches, my friends, Apaches.
Like our own waterfront wreck, just as wild.
That'd be a good name for our bandits, Apache.
Ah, Apaches, what splendid.
Would you like to try whether they are real?
I? And leave you unprotected? Never.
Oh, Pierre. Oh, come on.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Step closer. Closer! Behind this curtain is the strangest creature your eyes will ever behold. Eric, the ape man, the monster who walks upright and speaks a language even as you and I, the ruler of the jungle, whose giant hands can tear a man in half. Eric, the ape man, the beast with a human soul, more cunning than a man and stronger than a lion. Step up, ladies and gentlemen. Step right in.
Shall we go into this one?
All right.
Soldiers and children, half price. Step up, ladies and gentlemen. Don't miss this opportunity.
Let's sit down. All right. Yes. Let's sit over there.
Oh, no, mademoiselle, not there. Take a seat in front where you can see everything.
This gorilla killed 6 men, you see.
What a funny-looking man. He's a showing himself.
Did you notice his accent? I wonder where he comes from. I never heard an accent like it.
Silence! I'm Dr. Miracle, Monsieur, Madame, and I'm not a sideshow charlatan. So if you expect to witness the usual carnival hocus pocus, just go to the box office and get your money back. I'm not exhibiting a freak, a monstrosity of nature, but a milestone in the development of life. The shadow of Eric Day hangs over us all. The darkness for the dawn of man.
So, right? Don't be afraid. It's only a baboon.
I'm not afraid.
Neither am I.
Listen to him, brothers and sisters. He's speaking to you. Can you understand what he says, or have you forgotten? I have relearned his language. Listen. Merge papala padure. Kutupara karmitan chana torkide. I will translate what he says. My home is in the African jungle, where I lived with my father and my mother, and my brothers and sisters. But I was captured by a band of hairless white apes and carried away to a strange land. I'm in the prime of my strength. And I'm lonely. Here is the story of man. In the slime of chaos, there was the seed which rose and grew into the tree of life. Life was motion. Fins changed into wings, wings into ears, and crawling reptiles grew legs. Aeons of ages passed. There came a time when a four-legged thing walked upright. Behold, first man. Heresy. 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 Do they still burn men for heresy? Then burn me, monsieur. Light the fire. Do you think your little candle will outshine the flame of truth? Do you think these boards and curtains are my whole life? They are only a trap to catch the pennies of fools. My life is consecrated to a great experiment. I tell you, I will prove your kinship with the ape. Eric's blood shall be mixed with the blood of man.
What does he mean? I wish I knew.
Mesdames et messieurs, if any of you wish to make the acquaintance of Eric, come forward. There's no need to be afraid. He's behind bars and cannot hurt you.
Let's go up.
Oh, no, Pierre, I'm afraid.
I'm not afraid. He likes you, Camille.
Look, he wants your bonnet.
Eric is only human, mademoiselle. He has an eye for beauty. You have made a conquest, mademoiselle.
Eric! Eric, get back!
want to be killed. Oh, that has ruined your butt. I will replace it, mademoiselle. I will send you a new one with Eric's compliment. Will you tell me where you live and what your name is?
Never mind, monsieur. It was an accident.
But I insist. Where do you live, my child?
It is not necessary, monsieur. Come, dear.
Follow her. I must know where she lives. You liked her, didn't you, Eric?
Sweetheart. Have I ever told you that I love you? Camille, I love you. Let me look at you. You're like a flower, soft and fragrant, pure and beautiful.
Darling.
And you're like a star, too, a white morning star. And your hair, it's full of stardust. You're like a song the girls of Provence sing on May Day, and like the dancing in Normandy on May Day, and like the wine in Burgundy on May Day. Oh, Camille, I love you.
I love you too, Pierre.
Lady in distress?
Who are you?
Come with me.
Where?
My carriage.
No, no!
Why are you trembling at my touch?
Your hand is cold. It chills me.
Come. I will help you. Come.
in pain, mademoiselle? It will only last a little longer.
Oh. Oh.
Ah, you stubborn! Hush! It will only last one more minute and we shall see. We shall know if you are to be the bride of Zion. Oh, hush, hush! Now, mademoiselle. Now. Rotten blood! You. Your blood is rotten, black as your sins. You cheated me. Your beauty was a lie. Dead. You're dead. Janusz. Get rid of it. Get it away. Will my search never end? Read this week. Read.
Women, all of them. Life is hard. The river is kind. The river is soft. It rocks them to sleep and asks no pay.
Free women, always more, always young.
A man?
A woman.
Age?
80, 1,000 or 30.
Cause of death?
Drowning.
Profession?
Yes.
Identification?
None. She was naked.
Number 13. Well, Monsieur Dupin, what brings you here so late?
The two women.
What about them?
Monsieur, would you be good enough to show them to me once more?
If you wish, Monsieur Dupin, I will show you 3.
3? You mean there's been another one?
Yes.
Let me see her.
Yes. There's the body.
The same marks.
Marks?
See them?
They're on the others, too. Monsieur, you must let me take a specimen of this woman's blood.
Impossible. Since that whole body disappeared last week, the inspector is very strict about medical students.
Then, you bring it to me.
It's against all regulations.
Tomorrow night, huh? Good night, monsieur.
The macaroni's ready. The coffee's getting cold. Aren't you going to eat your lunch? You give 5 francs to that old ghoul down at the morgue, and I have to turn magician and pull a loaf of bread out of my nose so we can eat. Dupin, you might at least have decency to come to the table. Pierre, why don't you go down to the morgue and live there, instead of making a morgue out of our home? Vampire, vulture, body snatcher. Say something. Come in. Speak of the devil.
Good morning, monsieur.
You've got it, eh?
Yes, monsieur, I've got it. But who knows? At the price of my job, perhaps. I am a married man, monsieur. I have children. And if the police should even suspect that I was holding anything back from them, I should be put behind bars.
No use. No use. We haven't a centime.
Yes, monsieur. I must owe you the money.
The morgue must give us credit.
Then I will trust you.
Monsieur the morgue keeper, perhaps you have an extra slab for my friend here. Why not take him in? He eats nothing. He doesn't talk. He never changes his position. I'm sure he'd make you a very fine tenant. I'll pack his things and send them down.
You don't live badly here, monsieur. I had to hurry myself up here without lunch.
Oh. And now you have to hurry back for your lunch. Why, that's too bad. Good appetite to you and your quiet guests. Goodbye.
Good day, monsieur.
If you'd pay half as much attention to your studies as you do to this nonsense, what grades you'd get. What'd you find out?
After the carnival last night, I performed an autopsy. The victim didn't die of drowning. There was no water in her lungs.
Oh, so that's what you were up to. I thought you were with Camille. Well, of what did the victim die?
Paul, here it is again.
What?
The same foreign substance in the blood of each victim. Look, Paul. All three died from the same cause. Some strange poison, perhaps. Something introduced into the bloodstreams that caused their death.
What could it be?
I don't know. That's what I have to find out.
Oh, Pierre, you must pull yourself together. Why, you're becoming fanatical. Look at yourself in the mirror. Your eyes are getting glassy, just like that old charlatan's.
Dr. Miracle, eh? What did you make of him?
Oh, he's a faker.
Did you pay attention to what he said?
You mean about us being the product of evolution?
Yes. Has it occurred to you that he might be right?
Eat your lunch.
Dr. Miracle. He's a strange man.
Pierre!
All right, Ghoulies, but as I told you, it was going to be no disappointment here. Lugosi's off the wall in Murders of the Rue Morgue, and that hairstyle, I mean,
Oh my God. Yes.
adds something different to it. But the Universal movies have remained heartfelt classics, I think, to fans forever. They really are, well, I would say building blocks of horror, but I would have to go back further to the silence to say that. Phantom of the Opera, Hunchback of Notre Dame. And whether or not, I don't know how many people like silent movies. I mean, myself personally, if I'm watching late at night, I better not be too tired because sometimes they put me to sleep. I mean, but they are really something that needs to be seen. And Murders of the Rue Morgue isn't too far away from the silence, and I'm sure that it's very similar in a lot of ways to the way it was shot and how they ended up putting dialogue in. And it features an unhinged Lugosi sort of kind of getting into bestiality or something here a little bit. It's
Never know.
You know.
It's a little something, but it's all good stuff. Again, it might have been what brought the code to the pre-code movies.
Indeed, and it was indeed Edgar Allan Poe. If you've not seen it, you might have read it. He was kind of the first to pioneer in America that scandalous horror writing that had everyone gripped to the edge of their seats, but also saying, what are you doing? Why are you writing this?
Well, Edgar Allan Poe, he was a genius who had a lot of tragedy in his life.
Yes.
Like everyone he loved, died of tuberculosis. Or, or
lost his whole family.
He lost everybody.
Lost the woman he loved.
And that on the top of struggling to get his stories published and being a literary genius, I mean, on the critique side, to have that much loss in his life and that much intelligence and then have such a hard life, well, of course, alcohol is always there. Right. You know, alcohol's always been right there with me when I made my worst decisions, too. I mean, bad decisions.
Looking out for you.
Wait, there's a band coming up called Bad Decisions that's going to be real interesting. And they ought to know. We'll bring you more on that. We'll have to get the lead singer in here from Bad Decisions. So.
First-hand interview.
Huh?
First-hand interview. We need it.
We need an in-can interview. Igor, you're looking a little, I don't know. What's going on over there?
Toasty? Yeah.
Thirsty?
No, toasty. It's a little warm in the castle
Well, there
here.
should be some good sherry in the cabinet.
I might have to go
behind you.
back here and like shut off some of these lights here. Save some money.
Of course, as we said earlier, the Dorian Gray Art Show coming up on April 27th.
Yes,
I'm still getting, and I'm still accepting artists, but I'm still getting new people on board for that. I'm really excited for it. Hopefully, we don't have a snowstorm cancel us this time. I don't care if there is a snowstorm. I'm not canceling. So
Excuse me.
Don't do it.
Yes.
What time does this event start?
6 p.m.
That's okay.
6 p.m. until question mark. And there's lots of entertainment. It's going to be a good time. Might be a few surprises. There always is. And Witches in Motion are coming back.
Oh,
and of course, we'll be having the Cryptid Parade, which will be perfect for Igor. You actually should be the
Grand Master.
lead the parade, the
Grand
Grand
Master,
Master
yes.
of the parade.
You need
Not
a
Grand
sash and a
Master of
cool
anything
hat.
else back there, are you?
Well, I'm not saying. Not me.
Look at that pose. Doesn't it kind of got a kind of skull and bones kind of pose?
Yeah.
That kind of
Hey.
makes me nervous.
Hey, gentleman's got to have his secrets.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he's in the Illuminati, or the Tin Foily, or that light
Don't
metal
hide.
band called Illumica.
Oh.
It could be that too.
Sounds
anyway.
like a cult.
Huh?
Sounds like a cult.
Sounds like a cult. Does
Hey,
he
I
look
got
like
to
he'd be in a cult?
I got to see
Looks like he'd lead a
the
cult.
eclipse in ultravision.
Uh-huh.
Better than
I think
anybody.
you're a victim of the Eclipse and an Outer Limits episode as well, perhaps. But
Possibly.
Possibly, yeah. There's some kind of strange lineage going on there with this one.
You never know.
I know.
Well,
It was a botched experiment, so
I
I,
got
better
you to
not bring
thank
any
for that
other
one.
creatures to life.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Yeah, well, we would have left well enough alone and not messed with up here.
Well enough alone.
I think
That's what you call it, huh?
Are
I
you
thought
sure
I
it
was
wasn't
doing
that
okay, but
lampitic compression unit?
You know, him messing around with the lampitic compression unit, and cheers to remember the proper title of that, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm an educated woman.
And the other thing, there's been rumors about the Korgeborg fish being
Don't
moved
say
to the
that-
port,
don't say
but that's a
that
whole
too
other
loud.
story. That actually should be videotaped. What time? Maybe we can hit that today. I don't know.
don't say that
Go
too
ahead,
loud.
we'll send
I mean,
Igor up there to get it and bring it to the port. We got to get a picture of Igor and the Korgeborg fish together.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But anyway,
We got to get back to it.
we got to get right back into it right now. One of my favorites, Murders of the Rue Morgue, starring Bela Lugosi. It doesn't get much better than this.
Mother! Mother! See what the concierge has just brought up. Mother! Come quickly!
I'm coming. I'm coming. For pity's sake, what is it? What are you so excited about?
See what just came. New bonnet.
A bonnet. Oh, it's lovely. Are you sure it's for you?
My name's on the box. Isn't it pretty?
Oh, now who could have sent it?
Maybe it's from Pierre.
Oh, where would Pierre get money enough to get a present like that? Maybe there's a card inside the box.
It's from Dr. Miracle.
And who is Dr. Miracle?
You know, I told you. The funny old man at the sideshow who owns the ape.
Oh, I see. The ape took your bonnet, and the gentleman's replacing it. Well, that's very nice of him. It's a beautiful bonnet.
Shall I wear it to the picnic?
Why not?
I wonder how he found out where we live.
Well, didn't you tell him?
He wanted to know, but Pierre wouldn't let me tell him.
Isn't that funny? Well, anyway, you have a new hat.
Camille! Camille!
There they are. Hello!
Ah, there she is.
Everybody ready? 1, 2.
Her father wanted her to wear the funny, funny little man. Her father wanted her to wear the funny, funny little man.
My father wanted me to wear the
maiden. Young charger, champs at the bit.
Come on, Camille. Hurry up, hurry up. Did you bring the chicken?
My, aren't you dressed up?
She would not be seen, she said, with such a funny little lamb. But she would not be seen, she said, with such a funny little lamb.
Where are you?
Laurette, I am absolutely mad about you.
No, no, no. Years ago, I gave up believing in students.
But, Marie, I mean what I say.
Then here's to a truthful student. Though the animal doesn't exist.
But, Mignette, I give you my word.
So we'll speak to my parents tonight?
But it's you I love, Suzette, not your family.
We. Don't I look different to you today?
Different? How?
You're a blind donkey. Something new I've got on. It's my bonnet.
Oh, of course. It's beautiful.
And it's a gift?
A gift? Well, well. Who from?
Yes.
Honoré, that poet.
Guess again.
That butterfly collector, Moreau.
Oh, Pierre. You'd better give up. It's from Dr. Miracle.
Miracle. Miracle.
Yes. Wasn't it nice of him?
Did he bring it himself?
No, but he sent a note.
So, he found out where you live after all.
And I can't imagine how.
He must have had us followed. What did the note say?
He asked me to come to his tent tonight.
That's strange.
What could he want?
You mustn't go.
Why not?
I wonder what Dr. Miracle is up to. Paul calls him a faker, but he isn't. He isn't an ordinary man. I'll go see your Dr. Miracle tonight.
Very well, Pierre.
Get that pole out of the pole wagon. Hold this wagon up here a little higher. Move this box back. Come on. Come on, man. You got his weight in there. I want a little help here, boy. Hold it up. Don't let it drag on the ground. Here, now. Lay that over on the wagon. Go on, move it. Move it. Here. All right. Hold that. Now, wait a minute. Get this box over there. Get the box on that end. That's right. I'll move it.
What is the matter, Eric? Are you restless? Be quiet. What is the matter, Harry? So, we have a caller.
Dr. Miracle.
No show tonight, young man. The carnival is over.
I've already seen your performance. Doctor, I wanted to talk to you. First, the young lady to whom you sent the hat wants me to thank you for her.
Then she is not coming.
She sends her regrets.
Very well. Good night.
Are you going away?
Yes. We move to Munich in the morning. Excuse me. I must attend to my work.
I'm a medical student, and the things you said in your lecture were very interesting. Have you experimented, Doctor?
Yes.
Have you written any papers?
None to be shown.
I had hoped you'd let me come to see you. Have you a house in Paris?
No. I sleep here. This tent is my home. Good night, young man.
No. That's Dr. Miracle stuff. He's not going with us. He's going to stay in Paris. Load on. Pull ahead.
Eric.
He got out with the ape, and I'll swear they were talking to each other. They went inside, and after that, there was no sign of life, not a sound.
So you went home?
Well, I dropped in at the morgue.
Pierre, what will you come to? Why are you always visiting that horrid old place?
Don't you worry, darling. Look, there's all of our Paris spread out before us.
I like to see the little lighted windows twinkling like stars. Wouldn't it be fun to know all that was going on inside those houses?
Perhaps it's just as well that we don't know. Think of what all those walls are hiding. Broken hopes and bodies and hearts. Absent dreams. Starvation and madness. Crimes of the streets and tragedies of the river. Paris, my city.
I hate to leave you alone tonight.
Hold me tightly, Pierre.
I could hold you forever, Camille. Good night, dear.
Good night, Pierre.
By the way, you always keep your door bolted at night, don't you?
Not always, Pierre.
Be sure and lock it tonight, dear. Will you promise?
If you say so.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, dear.
Good night, Mother. Pierre?
Yes. Mademoiselle, you will pardon the late hour, but I have to see you.
What do you want, monsieur?
Don't be alarmed, mademoiselle. I'm leaving Paris tonight, and there is something I have to tell you. May I come in?
Oh, no, monsieur. My mother has gone to sleep.
My carriage is downstairs, mademoiselle. We can drive to a cafe and talk.
Oh, that's impossible.
But it is of greatest importance.
Oh, please go away.
Mademoiselle, you must come. Please, do me this favor.
Oh, let me close the door or I'll call for help.
But I have a message for you from Eric. He talks only of you. He can't forget you. There is something you must know.
Are you insane, monsieur?
Eric! Eric! There, Eric. She's up there. Gorilla. Gorilla.
Paul, wake up. Wake up.
What's the matter? What?
I found it. It's the blood of a gorilla.
Gorilla?
Those women, don't you understand? They died because a gorilla's blood was injected into their veins. Camille. Camille.
Darling, what is it? What's the matter? Darling, what happened to you, please? I'll get you a glass of water. Oh, my baby.
Mother! Camille! 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 Mother! Someone help me bring it down, please! Help!
What is it, boss? What do you think?
Money, jewels. This is not a robbery. And there is no body, so it isn't a murder.
He's carried her away. She's gone.
Who are you? Where do you come from?
He's her sweetheart. He comes here every night.
Aha, sweetheart. You may wait for the prefect.
But we must find Camille. Let me go, you fool. It'll be too late.
You may tell all that to the prefect. Now, what is your name?
Pierre Dupont.
Pierre Dupont. And where do you live?
Oh, don't you understand? Her life is in danger.
I understand. Where do you live?
Oh, you fool! You stupid fool!
So, your name is Victor Albert Adolphe Jules Hugo Louis Dubois, eh?
Yes, sir.
Why did you not investigate when you heard the first scream?
I was afraid.
Stupid. Incredibly stupid.
Yes, sir.
Stupid.
Habe die Ehre, Herr Präfekt.
What is your name and business?
I am Franz Odenheimer. I own a restaurant.
Odenheimer. In your own way, tell us what happened.
You see, I was just going to bed when suddenly I heard a scream. Right away, I ran across the street and I was one of the first ones to enter this room. On the way upstairs, I heard a voice, and that voice was speaking Italian.
Do you speak Italian?
No.
Were you ever in Italy?
No.
How do you know it was Italian?
Because I am sure it was Italian. Dankeschön.
Alberto Montani.
Eccellenza.
What do you know of this affair?
Well, I also heard the voice, but it was not Italian. No, I am Italian. I speak Italian. Io parlo italiano. When I ran up the stair with the other, I heard the voice, but it's not Italian, no. Excellenza, it was Danish.
You speak Danish?
No.
Were you ever in Denmark?
No.
How do you know it was Danish?
My intuition.
It was not Danish. I beg your pardon, Your Honor. I'm a native of Denmark. Danish is my native tongue.
Allora.
I heard the voice, but it was not Danish. It was German.
Italian, not German.
Danish.
German.
Ich lege meine Hand auf Jubels Feuer, dass es kein Deutscher war.
No, no, vi dico che non c'è nessun italiano capace di
I say it was German. Herr Dommer, jeg siger, det var German. Jeg vil ikke døbe, når jeg siger, det var German.
Ich kenne jeden Deutschen in Paris.
Silence! Italian.
Danish. German.
Silence. Imbecille!
Det kan du selv være!
Eccellenza.
Bring in the young man.
Monsieur, the prefect will question you now. Now, you might as well come quietly. Don't try and make any more trouble.
Young man, what is your name?
Mine. Oh, I can tell you who committed the murder and where you can find him.
Who?
An ape.
An ape? He's out of his mind.
If you don't listen to me now, you'll be guilty of the second murder.
Second murder, so you know there has been one.
Yeah. If you'll only listen to me, I'll explain.
Very well. Tell us what you know.
There were two women in this room. The only door was locked and bolted. Everybody heard screams and the sound of a terrible struggle. Within 2 minutes, the door was broken down. No one was here. One of those women was carried away. I tell you, the other one was murdered, and her body must be somewhere in this room.
Young man, you know too much. I arrest you for the murder.
Yes, and another murder may be happening now.
It's a confession you wish to make?
No, an accusation. Dr. Miracle in the Rue Morgue is guilty of 4 murders so far this week, and by now perhaps a 5th.
Do you accuse this doctor?
Dr. Miracle has a captive ape. It committed this crime. No one man could have done this. 3 men couldn't have pushed that body up the chimney. I tell you, that ape killed her and carried her daughter off through the window.
You're insane.
Come on. Wait! Here is proof. That is not human. It's the hair of an ape.
Ape. Yes, now we know. Who it is now. Her blood is perfect. That's the house, monsieur.
Open. This is an empty house. No one lives here.
But it's not empty, I tell you. We must break in. There's another door at the side.
We'll try it.
Police!
We cannot stop now. Hold them off until I'm ready.
Come, Eric. 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 Back into your cage. Back to your cage. Eric.
Somebody's barring it.
Open.
In the name of the law, open.
Hurry. Camille.
He's dead.
Why, look, there he goes. It's a knife.
Come
Name?
Miracle, I believe, or something like that.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Age?
Oh, any age, it doesn't matter.
Profession?
They say he was a scientist or something.
Death caused by?
An ape.
Well, Ghoulies, we didn't let you down, did we?
Of course
You know,
not.
we got to get with the competition with these horror hosts out there. They're all trying to take over the world.
You heard it here first, folks. It's an epidemic.
It's a pandemic.
Oh,
It's an
God.
outbreak. It's
Don't
worse
say
than the
that.
cicadas or whatever, the bugs that are supposed to be
Oh,
coming.
God, the cicada.
I mean, everybody
apocalypse.
just
It's
freaked
coming.
out over the eclipse.
It's coming.
What's the bugs?
Yeah.
Well,
I
that
think
could be a bad thing.
maybe the eclipse and the bugs are linked. Maybe it's a sign.
And the earthquake in New York.
Yeah. No, that was
That's
just
what let 'em out.
That was a rat herd.
A
It's fine.
4.8 earthquake, and
Rat
then
herd.
compared to 4.8 for the eclipse.
See,
They're going to say 3 days of darkness, the
You might
internet
have
was going to
something
go
there.
down.
It's another
like,
Y2K,
and these people are
yeah.
sharing this stuff like crazy. I'm like, you know, I've been around the block a few times, Ghoulies. It's kind of just annoying to see it, but you know, I mean, look at all the. Then you've got, you know, Mike Tyson's going to fight this guy like half his age coming
Oh
up.
my gosh.
Jake Paul. What's all you know? But anyway, that's, you know, I'll give him credit there because, you know, probably nobody did as much for modern boxing in our lifetime than Muhammad Ali.
True.
Of course.
But they don't really, you know, they haven't attracted anybody like that. But this Jake Paul, Mike Tyson thing is kind of renewed my interest in boxing. And I've been watching a lot of boxing, so don't mess with me.
He's coming for you, folks. He don't get you.
Well,
Biting off an
basically
ear like
just
Mike
comes down to
Tyson.
punching somebody in the head.
Oh my God.
You know, I mean, every fight I've
Straight in the
seen
head,
seems like
yeah.
it's won by someone getting punched in the head.
Severe brain damage.
Uh-huh. So
Yeah.
you might as well just start with the head.
I, for one, am excited to watch Jake Paul endure severe brain damage.
Well,
Can I say that on
seems
TV?
to be the, I guess. Well, you can't say that on Facebook, but you probably can say it in
I said
where
it.
free speech still reigns, which is public access television. But the general audience out there seems to be feeling the same way. Like,
the same
you know,
opinion,
they want to
yes.
see him get some sort of.
And for good reason. He's been involved in some controversy. If you know, you know.
All right. Well, we shouldn't even be talking about this. We've got Murders of the Rue Morgue with Bela Lugosi. We're
Yes,
talking about boxing. Yeah.
I mean, hey.
All those aspects come together. And I learned a long time ago that Crimson Theater fans are also pro wrestling fans, okay? Especially the fans of the Godzilla movies, obviously. But I haven't been able to go bring myself to going out and seeing the new King Kong Godzilla movie, which is amazingly hard for me to cope with because as a Godzilla fan, I can't believe that there's a new Godzilla movie playing in the theater, and I really don't have any desire to see it. And every time I think about it, just so you know, I can say I did, then I see they're showing clips of the movie, and I don't know.
Hey.
No.
Is it growth or stagnation?
I don't. Well, the thing about it is that I think they're benefiting from the fact that Godzilla -1 just won an Oscar.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
you know,
whatever.
It's a butts and seats thing, but hey.
Yeah.
It's up for you to decide if you like it, and
Right.
for you to decide if you like
And
it.
there's going to be some showings coming up of the I'm Your Host documentary in Milwaukee. I don't know the exact dates, but if you'd Google that.
Yes, it's a Milwaukee Film Festival happening very soon. I believe don't quote me on this, but I believe it starts on April 10th.
I believe so.
I might be spreading misinformation.
Well, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't be the first time.
Well,
But also, here's something that works to bring. I'm your host to Kemper Center for the Port of Fear Film Festival, which would have that play on Friday the 13th, which I might be able to. I should have asked today. I might be able to actually attend Port of Fear this year if everything goes right. So
why didn't you attend last year? Were you get kicked out?
What's
what
that?
happened? You get banned? You didn't go last year?
No, they moved all these things to October, and I'm way too busy with the pumpkin farm.
The haunt season at the same time.
Yeah, I tell these guys, when you move these events like film festivals and whatnot to October, you're saying, well, I'll just hold all 10 of my fingers up. And that's what you're saying to the doctor. So, I don't know. Can we say all 10 fingers in
Sure we can.
Crimson Theater?
Yeah, you got to read between the lines.
Oh, I guess there's only 8. These are thumbs.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I'm glad you liked tonight's movie. So you have a horrifying week. We'll see you next time on Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater.